Hello and welcome to MBB 110, and in this first unit we're going to be looking at fractions and then seeing how those ideas apply to concentrations and dilutions that we use in the lab in molecular biology. So let's start by just looking at the Wikipedia definition of a fraction, which Wikipedia can be a good place to start your research, not a good place to finish your research, but so here it says that a fraction is a number of equal parts. So if we look at this cake, for instance, that they've drawn here, it's been split into 4 equal parts. The equal idea is important, and there are 3 of them remaining, so we've got 3 out of 4, or 3/4 of the cake remaining. Okay, oop. I'm trying to shrink that. Move that up here. Alright, so what is it that tells us in the fraction the number of equal parts that we have, and that's called the denominator. And that's the bottom part of the fraction, and so that's the quarters in this case, and then the numerator is the top part of the fraction, and that tells us how many are left. So that's 3 in this case. And so the denominator can be any integer, any whole number, but it can't be 0 because it's impossible to divide a cake into 0 parts, isn't it? So that's a non-zero integer or whole number, and the numerator can be any old integer you want, so that could be 0. And so the denominator is telling us how many equal pieces each unit is divided into, and the numerator is telling us how many of those we've taken for our number. Alright, so if let's imagine we've got this, let's say we've got this 3/4. So that's the same as saying, that's equivalent to saying 3 divided by 4. So this line here is the same, you can think of it as a division sign, and also we can write it as with a slash if we want to write everything on one line. So I'm just going to work through a few. So if we've got, for example, if we've got a quarter, then that's, let's draw, so here's 1 unit, and I've divided it into 4 equal parts. So that's where this 4 comes from, and then I've taken one of them, so that's 1/4, 1/4 that I've got there. And that's the same as saying 1 divided by 4, so that's 0.25. So 1 divided by 4 is 0.25 of a square that I've got there. How about if now we still divide the square into 4 equal pieces, but now I take 4 of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there, this is a whole unit. This is equal to 1, isn't it? So that's, and we could also think that as 4 divided by 4 is 1. So any fraction where the numerator and denominator are the same is equal to 1. Fractions can be equal to something larger than 1. So for example, if we've got 5/4, that's 5 divided by 4, or 1.25. And if I were to draw that, so I've got my first square with 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and then I've still got to have another one, haven't I, for the 5th, so I have to draw another unit and take the 5th one there. So this is 5/4. And how about if I want, conversely from this, if I want to express a whole number, so let's say I want to express 3, then that is the same as saying 3/1, because each unit isn't divided. It's divided just into one. There's just one piece. So here we have 1, 2, 3. So you can express any whole number as a fraction with a denominator of 1.